Hey guys, it's Matty Miller with ERA Real Estate. I hope y'all are doing well on the eve of the NFL draft. And for the first time in a long time, our beloved hometown Jaguars are not drafting in the top 5, which is awesome. So normally I'd ask who we're going to take in the first top 3 picks, but I don't want to make anybody guess who they're going to take it, the 23rd pick, or they'll probably trade out, or who knows. Anyway, what we're going to talk about today really quickly is how the NFL draft and rental properties actually have a little bit of relationship. So stay tuned for more. All right, so what in the heck does a rental property and purchasing a rental property, more importantly, have to do with the NFL draft? Well, here's the deal. The NFL draft is not an exact science. Neither is a rental property. So, however, both particular people who are trying to make selections, whether you're buying a rental property or selecting a player in the draft, try to make it an exact science, and it's kind of impossible. And what I mean by that is, ultimately, we have a lot of people that approach me and say, hey, I want to buy a rental property. Okay, great. Well, how much do you want to spend? How much do you want it to make for you? We can kind of forecast all those numbers. However, there are things in rental properties that, especially unless you build it yourself, and you know exactly what's going on, that there are things that will come up that are ultimately going to cost you money. There are unforeseen circumstances with tenants. There are all these other extraneous factors that essentially will kind of make it to where you don't have total control of what happens. And that's the same thing with the NFL draft, right? You may draft a guy in the 4th round that you think, he's not going to be great. It ends up being a 7-year starter for you in the league, which is fantastic value. I have a gentleman who's a client of mine who bought a property that he didn't really want. He bought it, and all of a sudden he's had a tenant in there for a long time, fixed it up over the years, and he's like, it's one of his best performing rental properties. But it was very unbecoming. He didn't set out to go buy it. Somebody approached him. It was a problem for them, and he's like, all right, I'll buy it. I don't really want to, but you know what? This may work. So a lot of the work that goes into the NFL draft and buying rental properties is very simple. We're going to do a lot of research. We're going to break things down. We're going to do budgets. We're going to do forecasting. Kind of the same way, an NFL scout or GM would look at somebody, hey, we're going to watch film. They're going to assess him based off of his skill set. They're going to talk to him. They're going to see his personality. They're going to go all those things just as we're going to go view the property. We're going to set up all the forecasting. We're going to do all the same work in hopes that we're right and things pan out. Unfortunately, sometimes they always don't pan out, which is possible too. You may have a problem rental property that all of a sudden you didn't know something in the inspection. There's a slab issue. There's this. There's that. There's multiple issues. The tenant's a pain in the butt. We got to kick out the tenant. We got a new tenant, and they weren't great. A lot of issues that go on there. So I guess my point is overall, you can do as much planning and as much forecasting as you want. At the end of the day, number one, you got to pull the trigger and you got to buy something. So that's the first part. So if you're just continually running numbers in your head, looking for the perfect property, I'll tell you that there is no perfect property. Everything's going to always come with a little bit of a glitch, and sometimes you got to dig deep. Sometimes it might be the rental property that needs a little bit of work, or maybe a lot of work, and it might end up being a really good thing. So there are opportunities out there in this market still if you are looking to invest. It just may not look like the hot number 1 pick. He may not have all the intangibles of the combine. He may not look pretty from the street, or the house may not look pretty from the street. It may not have the best curb appeal, but we can change those things. We can work on them. With a little bit of coaching, we can get that house there. So anyway, kind of a weird comparison, but at the same time, if you are somebody who is interested in buying a rental property for an investment purpose and you want to get some coaching in that regard, that would be great. Also, there's a contest here that I'm going to run, and if you've watched this video long enough, you will have the opportunity to win a $50 Jaguars Pro Shop gift card. With the exception, you have to follow my Instagram. Okay, that's number 1, and you got to tag somebody who does not follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is @MattySells, MattySells. We can get a link right below this to the Instagram. If you follow that, tag somebody else in there, and give me your guess for who the Jaguars may draft tonight in the first round. Your guess means nothing as far as the actual prize. It will be an absolute independent, random draw of all the people that tag someone. So go Jags, happy drafting, have a great day, and if you are interested in rental property, feel free to hit me up. All my other regular contact information is on there. Hope you guys have a fantastic day.